right, y'all. Welcome back to Shay Renee Online, where we discuss food, fitness, and reality TV. Today, we're going to talk about Below Deck Med, Season 6, Episode 13, A Hard Day's Night. Now, before we get into the foolery and toolery of Below Deck, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I am on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'm trying to get monetized, y'all. So help a sister out. Go and do that. It's free. It's free to help me out, okay? But moving right along, let's get into it. The dreadful restaurant scene continues, okay? Lexi still going on and talking her talk, child. And I'm sitting over here wishing somebody smacked the shit out of her, but they ain't done it yet. But she says she gonna smack Matthew. So, I don't know what's going on. So Lexi talks about her bank account, which child girl was Lord help me. But looking at that sorry ass weave, you ain't rich, chick. So stop talking about all these ducats and coins that you ain't got. Okay, I'm just saying it's giving fake. It's giving lies that you don't have any money. Because if you so rich, why the hell is you on below deck, living below the deck, cleaning up behind people? It ain't adding up, Lexi. So just can that story, okay? Anyway, so she talked about her bank account, and Courtney says everyone's pissed about how Lexi talks to people. Then Lexi says everyone gives Matt a pass, and Z speaks up and says Lexi is rude to everyone, and Courtney calls her a cunt, and then she immediately apologizes for saying it. And then Lexi says, you can't even twerk and you're not even good at your job. And then Lloyd tells Lexi to sit back and shut the fuck up. I'm like, Lord, what is going on here? This is mayhem on the boat. Okay? Like, Lexi really showed her ass. And this girl is very angry. She needs some therapy. She needs to deal with some deep-rooted issues because she is angry for no reason. I just don't understand. She done let Matt get up under. First of all, Matt, you dead wrong too because you shouldn't. You egged her on. And I think Matt did that mess on purpose because he wanted to get Lexi off the boat and possibly keep Delaney, which that's not his decision to make. And if you don't like Lexi, you're the chef. Be an adult, okay? Just be the bigger person and stop it. So they all go. Courtney says she thinks her and Katie could finish the season without Lexi. They all get back on the boat. They're all going back to the boat. They're all in the vans and they're talking. And Courtney basically tells Katie she thinks that they could finish without Lexi and just move on without her because ain't nobody got time for that. So then Malia is in the van with Lexi, and she says to Lexi in the van she doesn't disagree that Matt was rude because Lexi went on and on and on about how everybody lets Matt get away with things because they like him, and they're still holding on to the situation where she basically ran around the boat cussing everybody out. But I'm like, girl, why do you think somebody gonna forgive you over that? That was very trifling what you did. I mean, accept it and move on. So, Lexi, that she always forgets Malia says to Lexi in the van she doesn't disagree that Matt was rude as well, but she reminds Lexi that she always forgets what she does, and people remember how she lashed out, whether she want to accept it or not, that last time when she went crazy on everyone. And Malia also told her to drop the whole money thing because there are people that may not be as fortunate, which I agree. Constantly talking about all this money that you really ain't got because we know you ain't got no damn money, Lexi. Let's be very, very clear. Very crystal clear. You ain't got no money, chick, okay? So just stop. You done got on a boat and went crazy with one of your friends and now you think you rich. Excuse me, y'all. So anyway, everyone gets in the next scene. Everyone gets back on the boat. The guys discuss how Matt doesn't help the situation, the way he handles things. And Malia and Katie discuss how Lexi's behavior is repulsive. Malia says she doesn't think Lexi gets it. And Malia also points out how the chef is more valuable than Lexi. So if a decision has to be made, the ball isn't in her court. Oh, sorry, y'all. Something in my throat. So I agree. If I had to make a decision between the second stew, which, Lord, nobody knows what any of their positions are on the interior right now anyway, because Katie had them switching around. So if I had to choose between the second stew and the chef, if I'm the captain, I'm definitely choosing the chef, period. Especially since Matt has been doing a really good job and pleasing the guests. And we know Captain Sandy, that's really what she's all about, is making sure that the guests are happy. So it's a tough decision. Lexi just shouldn't have been acting crazy. That's all I'm going to say. So Lexi is on the phone. I don't know who she's talking to at this point, but she's saying that's why she wants only rich friends, because people that aren't rich that are around her try to ruin her. Girl, I would love to see your bank account, because I really feel like you are fronting for the cameras, okay? So then Lexi says they don't deserve to know how she feels because it's none of their business. Then Katie comes in the room and says, Katie just kind of throws her hands up. You know what? Honestly, you've done so much. I don't even want to talk to you about it. Like, I'm just going to let it ride. Let's just move on. All I just want to do is get my tail in the bed. I don't even want to have no discussion with you, because it ain't going to go nowhere. It's not. What's done is done. We about to move on from this. So then, excuse me, y'all. Lexi goes in the hall, because now Katie's in the room. So Lexi goes in the hall, and now she's talking with her mom. And she's basically saying how she'll make Matt cry and he's a weak person. She's like, I can just tell he's a weak person. She over there fuming. I'm like, girl, you couldn't bust a grape. You probably ain't never been in a fight in your life talking all this shit. And then all it takes is for one person to smack the shit out you one good time, and you talking all that smack and there ain't nothing behind it, please. So the mom says to her, you're a preacher's kid. You shouldn't be acting like that. Then she tells her Mom, stop saying that. Dad died. You wanted all this sympathy because your father died in previous episodes. Now you don't give a damn about him dying. What is it? Girl, I don't know what's going on with Lexi, but she crazy. She is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and she need to get the hell off this boat. And she said everyone should be fired for insubordination, and that's just how she feels, okay? And she said she isn't going to apologize to Matt in any way, shape, or form. I'm like, girl. Ooh, child. This chick here. So in the next scene, Delaney gets up, says goodbye to everybody. She says she gonna take stewardess off her CV, child, because clearly it's confusing people. That's code for, I ain't washing nobody dirty drawers no more. I ain't trying to do this job. That stewardess job is just not for me, child, and I ain't doing it no more. Okay, back to the deck I go. Back to the deck I go, and I will be a skipper, whatever the heck you need me to do, but I'm not doing this job. Not full time anyway. So then David gets up. His leg feels terrible. He tells himself it's going to be fine. So I'm just like, with that big old bruise on his leg, something got to give. So Malia talks to Matt in the galley and says he needs to talk to Captain Sandy because, in the crew mass. Talks to Captain Sandy because when him and Lexi insult each other, it gets out of control. And he says he isn't going to apologize to Lexi. Here's the thing. I feel like them two just bump heads, something crazy. But again, I maintain that Matt has to be the bigger person. You can't be stooping low with her. But what the hell do I expect out of Matt? He faked the injury the first damn episode so he can get off the damn boat. So he childish too. Whatever. He done met his match with Lexi though. So the deck crew meets and discusses if anyone has issues, wants to voice a complaint. Malia says if anyone wants to voice a complaint, they should. And Lloyd said, Lexi can't use the too drunk comment this time because it isn't going to work. Because she really wasn't that drunk when she said all that stuff. She was just being her true self. And I don't think Lexi ass was drunk the first time she did all that stuff. That's just her personality. A bitch. There's no way to sugarcoat it. So Katie and Captain Sandy talk about what happened at dinner. Katie basically tells her from the rooter to the tutor what happened. And Katie tells Captain Sandy about them going back and forth, all the rude things each of them said at dinner. Then Captain Sandy says she wants to meet Matt, Lexi, and Katie in the bridge salon. So they all come up to the galley. Everybody tell their side of the story. And, Lexi tried to wiggle out of it by saying, well, Matt said that he's going to give you an ultimatum and blah, blah, blah. And then she says, and Courtney called me a cunt and blah, blah, blah. And then Katie's like, wait, hold on now. You know, don't talk about Courtney because you tried it. But Katie, I really like how in that moment, she was trying to be fair to everybody, even though she don't fucking like Lexi ass either. She wasn't defending her. I feel like she was defending her, but I feel like she was trying to keep it honest. So she didn't want it to feel like she was trying to take anybody's side, but she was calling Lexi out on her BS, which I feel like she should have, because Lexi was just, listen, girl, you went in on everybody and you was going ham, and you just need to get the hell out of here at this point. So after she said that Courtney called her a cunt and all that, so Captain Sandy out says, all right, well, Courtney, come on up here, you and Malia. So they come upstairs. Courtney says, yes, I did call her a cunt. I'm so sorry for that. And I immediately apologized. Malia confirmed that. And then Malia was like, listen, and I'm so glad, Malia get on my damn nerves, but I'm so glad that she actually told, because Captain Sandy had no idea about all that stuff that Lexi did before. And if she had known, it could have prevented the hurricane that is Lexi, and maybe Delaney could have been on the boat and they could have had a better season. But anyway, excuse me, y'all, Malia says basically, you know, she's been a tornado throughout the entire crew. She talked about him pushing somebody, and you know, all the nasty things that she said to people the previous time when she said that she was drunk. And then, you know, how she was talking about how Matt should have been aborted and all that stuff. It was just a mess, okay? It was just a hot mess. So I'm glad that, kudos to Malia for actually stepping up and telling Captain Sandy what went on, which is kind of ironic because she was so quick to, Captain Sandy says she wants to know everything that's going on the boat. And Malia told her about all that, but you ain't tell her about David's big old bruise on the side of his leg. But, you know, Captain Sandy gonna get her butt about that anyway. So anyway, after Captain Sandy talks to everybody, she has Lexi come back upstairs. So, hold on, y'all. Let me find my daggone place. So Captain Sandy has Lexi come back upstairs, and then she says, hold on, excuse me, y'all, I'm so sorry. Captain Sandy says basically Lexi is difficult to live with. That's basically what everybody's saying. And then Lexi then says, Matt, that was when she talked about the ultimatum. Okay, getting back on track. Basically, she had Lexi come back up there and she fired her ass, okay? That's basically what happened. So Captain Sandy says, you know, you're difficult to work with. I can't have you basically being a tornado throughout the staff and threatening people. And, you know, your behavior has basically permeated throughout the boat. So she had to let her go. Which, y'all don't understand how much I wanted to do a cartwheel. If I knew how to do a cartwheel, that would have been the time to do it. Lexi, get out of here. I want you off my screen. You have added nothing to the show but stupidity, and you, frankly, you look crazy. So I'm glad that she let your ass go. So Captain Sandy calls Malia and Katie to the crew mast, lets them know she let Lexi go, and tells Malia to help Lexi get her luggage. And she tells Katie to talk with Lexi. So Katie and possibly think about bringing Delaney back if she needs to. So Katie goes to try to talk to Lexi, and that bitch ignored her. She just gonna shut the door in her damn face. I know Katie was like, oh no, not today. You know what? Get on off this boat, because I'm sick and tired of you. I'm so glad I ain't got to deal with this behavior no more. I'm sure that's exactly what Katie was thinking in her head. So Z, Lloyd, and David laughed that Courtney friend-zoned Z and how he bought her the flowers. I don't know. They be having random scenes with the deck, so I just figured out to give them their little 5-second shine. So anyway, Malia goes to talk to Lexi and ask her, you know, to say her goodbyes and see if she wants to get some help taking her stuff upstairs. And Lexi basically says, you know, I just want to, Katie tried to come in here and talk to me too. I shut the door in her face. And you know what? Basically, I just want to be alone. Let me pack my shit and get up out of here. And I don't really want to talk to none of you hoes up in here until it's like, I'm ready to go. So Sandy calls Matthew to the galley and lets him know she let Lexi go, but don't think that you are not expendable, okay? Because she basically let him know, you do know I do have a chef on quarantine, so don't ever be trying to give me no daggone ultimatums, because ain't nobody about to give me no ultimatums up in here. I am the captain, and I do what I want to do, and you do what I say. When I say jump, you say how high, and don't do it, because I will replace you. But then in her little confessional, she came to her senses and was like, you know what, he is a good chef. I don't need, the other one CV don't compare, and I ain't trying to rock the boat, but I do need him to understand my wrath, okay? Which I get it. You can't be walking around talking about you gonna give somebody some damn ultimatums, because you are replaceable, sir. Know that. So Matthew apologizes, says he'll never do it again, and they move on. So Lexi comes out of her room to exit the boat. Child, she had the stone face on. She wasn't talking to nobody. She wasn't saying bye to nobody. Malia asked her if she need help with her damn luggage. She ignored Malia's ass until she was going up them steps and realized she needs some damn help. So now Malia helped, looking real good to her. So Malia goes, helps her get off the boat. She got a little Louis Vuitton bag and a designer mask, child. I'm like, is that your indication that you got some money? Of course. Wasting money on stuff that don't appreciate. Whatever. Good riddance. So Sandy has everyone come to the galley. Basically tells them that Lexi is gone. Finito. Ain't nobody got to deal with her ass no more. And that she expects the clients to be the priority. She wanted to finish with the original crew she had. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen now. So now she wants to make sure that they make their best effort. That's all she's thinking about, is making sure that the clients are taken care of. So then Matthew, Katie, and Malia come in to go and talk to Captain Sandy about preference sheets for the new clients that are coming aboard. So Katie is just basically going in and out of her head like, I really don't want to have Delaney come back. I just would rather work harder and not have the stress. So she ended up having a conversation with Captain Sandy saying that she's not going to actually have Delaney come back. She's going to just tough it out with her and Courtney and just get it done. And I think Captain Sandy really felt like that wasn't really a good decision. But she basically said, listen, I got to let Katie do whatever she wants to do. I think, Delaney is there. We could use her, but hey, she gonna have to fall flat on her face on her own and do what she need to do. That's her department, her decision. So Captain Sandy sees David limping throughout the boat, and then she's like, what's going on here? Something ain't right about that. So before that, Malia was about to have him get on a harness on the side of the boat, cleaning the damn boat up. And I'm like, why the hell would you have this fool in the damn harness? So Captain Sandy sees it, and she has Malia come up, and she asks David, what's wrong with you? What's your injury? Let me see it. So she sees the big ass bruise on the side of David's leg, and then she says to Malia, why the hell you ain't tell me about this? I told you I want to be notified about every single thing that's going on this boat. And Malia was like, well, he told me that. Basically, Malia was like, he played the injury down. I asked him if he was okay. He didn't say he needed a doctor, so I wasn't going to press the issue. This is a grown man. He should know if he hurt, which I understand what Malia is saying, but if I see one of my crew members limping around, I'm still going to report it to CYA and cover my ass, okay? So Captain Sandy blows up on Malia, has Malia come to her quarters. And she's like, I told you to report whenever something going on. This is my ship and blah, blah, blah. And then Malia makes an excuse saying, well, I'm not a chief officer. And he told me he didn't need a doctor. And so Captain Sandy's like, don't make no damn excuses. You're making excuses. Get back to work. Get out of here. I was like, dang. Mother then went on her cub, because I swear she be protecting Malia with the blood of Jesus, okay? Like, both of them were the little diabolical twins together. Now seems to be breaking up. And then she tells Malia she don't trust her. I'm like, all right, now that's a bit much now. It was a little bruise, okay? Like, I don't know if you need to be taking it that damn far, child, but whatever. So anyway, guys, if you like what you see here, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.